Hello and welcome back. Got something exciting to show you. In the last video, I sold the Ford and then I put a new turbo on my truck. So in this video, we're going to be showing you my next mod to the 12 valve. So hold on, and I will show you what I did. Alright, welcome to this video. We're on our way to the shop right now, putting a lift on this black truck, the 12 valve. Doing that this afternoon, today, so that should be exciting. So I'll show you guys what we got when I get there. Got the dog with me today. He's a big boy now. So yeah, I got a 5-inch. Didn't get a 5-inch long arm, just a normal 5-inch lift. It does have control arms, but they're just tubular style, both in the factory locations, but got brackets and everything. Hey, Diesel, stop licking the camera. So this should be pretty. It should be pretty cool looking when it's done. I think I'll be able to clear these 35s real easy. With a, I could have a negative 44 offset and still clear them. Instead I have a negative 22, I think is what these rims are. So stay tuned for that lift. I think you guys will like it. I think I'm gonna like it. So yeah, we'll get to it. Alright, it's a couple days later. I wasn't able to get footage of me lifting my truck. I had problems with the camera and everything. So I'll show you what we did underneath. So as you can see, it's got, let me turn the light on here. New coils. It was able to retain the shocks because it deletes your towers here. It's got a limiting strap. Two new control arms, a bracket, track bar drop bracket. You got to switch your sway bar link ends, which these need to be replaced. They're bad, but I swapped them. New pitman arm. Pretty easy lift. So in the front, it took me all day, almost, because of a few issues I ran into. And then in the back, it gives you like a add a leaf style. You add in a leaf here, which gives you your lift. Definitely gave it a nice stance. Makes the camera doesn't really do it justice. It basically comes out to be about 5 inches in the front, and then about 2.5, 3 in the back. So there it is. Looks pretty good. Makes it so it clears those 35s pretty easy. Makes it just a little bit bigger and more aggressive looking. So I bought a super lift. So I guess I should talk about the issues I ran into. For those of you, the instructions suck. Like, it doesn't tell you, well, this is what you got to do. They really suck. So like, it doesn't ever tell you this is your limiting strap. It didn't ever tell you where to hook that in, so I had to play around with this to get it hooked in the right spot down there to make it so it didn't drop too low. And the other thing is, this is only a 94 thing. Let me show you here. So right here is where your track bar would bolt in factory. And they made two different styles. In 94, there was either a 5/8 or a 3/4 inch diameter shaft on the track bar. Well, mine was the 5/8 because it was built. This is a early 94. So it had the old style. And then in March of 94, they switched to a 3/4 inch shank track bar, Well, the brackets for a 3/4 inch shank track bar, and my truck had the 5/8, so I had to drill out the factory track bar bolt, spot wear bolts, and then I had to go get the right track bar, which thankfully a friend had one, so I was able to just swap it out. But after that, the front of this thing rides beautifully. The back's a little stiff. I would have liked this lift a little better if it would have had blocks, I guess, because the blocks would have retained the smooth ride in the back. But the front ride's great. And it steers and handles really well. It actually handles better than it did before I put the lift on. I think my track bar was a little womped, and I know my bushings and my control arms were. Yeah, those bushings were a little wasted. 300,000 miles, 26 years later, or whatever it is. Almost 20. Was it 25 now? 6. Yeah, 25 years later, those bushings are womped. So I got rid of those piles of junk, and put a new track bar on, and this thing handles beautifully. The front rides beautifully. A little stiff in the back, but not too bad. I hauled the trailer with it this morning, and it hauled really well. So, like, I'm holding the camera about 3 feet off the ground. The bumper's at about 3 feet. To like in here is like 3 feet off the ground. So I'm 6'6", and my head is about right there. So it's about 7, a little under, 6'10" to the top of the truck probably. Your rocker's definitely higher. It's about 5 inches in the front for sure. And then like the coils are 5 inches longer than the factory ones. I set them side by side. And then in the back, it's about, like I said, 2.5 or so. Nothing crazy. What's that? Oh. So yeah, overall I like the lift. Sorry I didn't get any footage. My camera was flaking out. Had some issues with it. So I guess we'll see if I get a new camera maybe. But overall, nice stance, gives it just a mean look. So it doesn't, the pictures don't do it justice. If I were to show you before and after, you'd understand. Like the biggest thing is just looking at this wheel well, where that tire is, it used to be almost touching right there. Like the tires rubbed, now they don't rub at all. So definitely lifted the front quite a bit. And if you were to see it before and after, it would, it was definitely worth the $600 I spent on it. So that's my project for today. Putting a fuel system on it, an Airdog 150, I think, older style. Got it all laid out, getting ready to put it on here. So, but yeah, that was my weekend project. Pain in the neck. But, yeah, we'll get back to things. So, one thing I should probably talk about, I can't remember if I talked about it in another video. I can show you at least now. So this here is my engine, transmission, and my axle's sitting around here somewhere for the O2. Putting a new motor, new transmission, and this motor and this transmission have 50,000 miles. They came out of Tennessee, so they're nice and clean. The axle, sorry for the mess in here. Been such a busy week. There's the axle. I mean, that still has factory paint on it. So it's a disc rear end, everything. So everything's in good shape. Gonna be hooking that, putting that in there. that's going to start being my project for next little bit. I don't think I'll have much more I'm going to do on this for now. So, but yeah, stay tuned for more videos. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. The faster we get to 1,000 subscribers, the sooner I'll be able to make a lot more content. Right now, I'm footing the bill for all of this. I don't get paid a dime to do it. I just do it because it's fun. But you don't get monetized until 1,000. So, faster we get to 1,000, you know, tell your friends about it. Tell them to subscribe, and then we'll get the content rolling. So, thanks for watching. See you in another video.